What is up, YouTube? It is Dosky Scott Gaming, or DSG, and we are back at it again with another Anthem video. But before we get into the video, do want to mention about the contest details. We're almost at 300 subs. Once we hit 300 subs, we'll be doing a giveaway. I'll pick a winner. I'll post a video of the winner. I will let them pick between anything they pretty much want game-related wise, whether it be like game-related currency. So iTunes gift cards, PSN, Xbox, V-Bucks, Destiny Silver, anything. Winner's choice. But if you want to enter, just like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, I'll be doing the giveaway for every 100 subs. So at 300, 400, 500, 600, all the way up to 900. And then 1,000, I actually have a bigger giveaway planned for that. So again, if you want to enter, just comment, like, and subscribe, and you will be entered into that. Now onto the video. So today's Anthem video, we are going to be covering the next Javelin in the line of Javelin videos that I've pretty much been putting out so far. Today it's going to be about the Storm. Though we don't actually have a lot of footage to go on, they actually did give us quite a bit of information about the Storm. And definitely is turning out to be my personal favorite, and it's probably going to be the one I main a lot in Anthem, is going to be the Storm, especially considering my play style. When it comes to Destiny, I'm a Warlock Master Race all day, so Storm is like right up my alley for me. But let's get into the Storm. Always class type. So kind of how the Ranger and the Colossus are both, like the Ranger's pretty much considered the multi-class Javelin. The Colossus considered the tank class Javelin. The Storm, they always refer to it as the glass cannon / magic user. And for those of you who don't know, glass cannon essentially means he does a massive amount of DPS, or damage per second, but he can't take a hit, meaning he's extremely squishy. So it's a double-edged sword essentially. So he'll be able to do a lot of damage, but he also won't be able to take much. So probably just meaning his HP is just going to be lower than most other Javelins, which is fine, because you don't want an overpowered Javelin who does a bunch of DPS, but also can tank a bunch of hits. It just, it wouldn't work. So I'm fine with that. It balances it. It's perfectly fine. Now, onto the abilities that they've really said that he has, or kind of described. They said he has pretty much magic-like attacks. So all of his attacks are going to, I don't know if they're confirming that it's like straight up magic in this universe, but they said that he has magic-like attacks. So, and they also described them as being very powerful, but again, I guess that kind of just goes back into the whole glass cannon thing, him doing a bunch of damage. Though we haven't actually seen any of his abilities and gameplay wise outside of the trailer, it kind of makes sense. And then I'll get into it a little later, because apparently some people have seen him in action, so I'll get into that a little later. But again, like I said, they said he deals a lot of damage, but pretty much can't take it, which I've already described. And that he's kind of geared more towards skilled players. And I really don't like to use that word, skilled players. It's kind of like, I don't really like the term veteran too much, because I don't know, it's a window type thing. It's like putting yourself in a box. But the way they described it though was that it's going to take, I guess, more strategy, I should say, to play the Storm rather than the other Javelins, just because he can deal a lot of damage, but he can't take it. So I feel like his play style is pretty much going to be very evasive and taking cover, protective, and whatnot. So I feel like that's probably going to be his game style, and that's kind of what they meant by it. Same with the game director was talking about how he'd love to see a team of 4 players go all Storm and do a stronghold, stronghold, which is essentially an in-game activity. But essentially it's because he knows they can do damage, but they can't take any. So I'm wondering the actual skill gap that's going to be in between this Javelin and the other ones. But even if it is for, and I use this term lightly, quote fingers, skilled players, I'm fine with that. I don't mind a challenge. Like I said, I'm definitely going to be maining the Storm anyway. So even if it is a bit challenging, I don't mind it. I look to get good with this Javelin anyway, and the other ones too. But now onto his range, I guess. Kind of how they describe the Ranger as being great for close range or 1v1s. The Colossus is very good at melee combat, actually the strongest in melee combat. They kind of said his range was going to be more mid to far range, which makes sense by looking at the stuff that we've seen in the trailers and his abilities that were described. In the trailer, you can kind of see, I'll post a clip right here, but he has this fireball that he just summons and throws in chunks. So again, seeing mid to far range, he'll probably just be able to cast a bunch of magic abilities. And then also, I can't remember whose review it was, but somebody actually got to go behind the scenes at the EA Play. They kind of went in a room and they showed him even more extended footage. And even though they didn't get to play with the Storm, they got to see the Storm in action on screen. And they said they did see it casting ice abilities. So, which kind of matches up with the trailer footage too. If he's throwing fire, then I can see him throwing ice. I'm pretty sure that's going to probably be his gear attachments or different elemental abilities that he can summon and throw. So, it doesn't surprise me. But yeah, so that's all we know, at least so far, in terms of his abilities. Or I should say damaging abilities. Now, onto his movement. That's a better, yeah. Onto his movement. He actually has the lowest stamina cost, they said, out of all the other Javelins. So you can see, like, in the clip right here, the Colossus, as he's flying, his stamina bar at the bottom is being depleted. And if you see the clip of the Storm flying, his stamina bar gets depleted a lot slower than any of the other ones, meaning he could pretty much fly in air a bit longer than some of the other Javelins, which is perfectly fine too, and I'm perfectly fine with. I definitely don't mind that. But he can fly a little longer, and then he also has a short-range teleportation. Though in game, it looked like a mid-teleport, kind of like a blink ability in Destiny, though it could honestly just be a side-to-side strafe ability, because they did mention that there is strafing in game from side to side. So that could honestly just be his strafe from side to side. It's his little mini teleportation, which I'm assuming is probably what it is. But even if it's not, it's cool to take note of, though, that he does have that, whether it just be an in-game effect, making it look like he's teleporting for his strafe. So that's cool too. And also what we've seen, he has a shield is what it looks like. I don't know if it's to actually tank damage because he is pretty weak, but as he's flying in this clip right here, you see he actually has like an orb around him, though we can't see if it's actually blocking any damage or anything, but I did take note of that he does have a little shield. Now, speaking of shields and damage, they did say that I haven't actually went into this yet, but there is fall damage in the game. And they said fall damage can kill him the easiest, which again goes back to the whole glass cannon thing. So they said somebody like the Colossus won't take any damage, if any, if they were to jump off a ledge. But if the Storm was to jump off a ledge, they essentially die. Plus they said most Colossus will just ground pound, which is their melee, and stop them from taking damage. But the Storm essentially cannot risk falling off ledges or he'll be killed. So take of that as what you will, and I guess that can let you gauge how much HP he has in game, or health, essentially. But that's essentially what they said about his health in terms and in comparisons to falling off a ledge. Now, I guess this kind of ties into the health portion. Now, it wasn't actually revealed or mentioned, but people on Twitter had been asking different game directors and devs if there were going to be, if the Javelins themselves had kind of support roles, like if there would be a healer, a blah, blah, those type of things. And though they didn't say yes, they didn't say no. essentially is the best way to put it. So either there are some type of support or healers in the game already that they just haven't shown off yet, and they're not going into complete details with it, or they're planning on making some, but they definitely didn't rule it out. And I'm saying that now with the Storm is because it seems like if anybody was going to have healing capabilities, it would definitely be the Storm, just because he is kind of weak. Kind of like how in Destiny right now, the Warlocks have a healing rift. Whether it be something that's small and timed that lets you just regen your health, I can see that, especially considering they said that you have overshields in the game and your shields regen over time, but your health doesn't regen over time. You actually have to pick up orbs. So if he's already the weakest Javelin in game in terms of HP, I could see them implementing some form of a healing mechanic, whether it be a self-heal to the team, a self-heal to himself, or a heal for the whole team in general too. So I did want to just point that out as a side note that, again, not confirmed, but not denied, that there might be some form of a healing ability in game. And it might not even be for the Storm. I just wanted to put it in the Storm video because it seems like if there is going to be one, he's the likeliest candidate for it to be in. But that's pretty much it. That's all we got right now on the Storm. Thank you guys for watching. I have more videos today. I got a Warframe video coming up, and I'm pretty much on that video. I'm probably going to be streaming live, just so I can help people get through the new the missions and star chart. Sacrifice is about to come out, and I don't want anybody pretty much left behind on that. So I'll be helping people get through star chart and just completing story missions if they need it. But that's all I got for today, or at least right now. That's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, just if you like the content, or if you want to enter in the contest. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's a win-win. So thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys later. Peace.